Here at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, with the Cowboys leading the Oakland Raiders 16-10.
Each quarterback has only been sacked once. I think the offensive lines really have been doing a tremendous job protecting their valuable commodity back there in the pocket.
While we got just a second, we'd like to welcome, I guess it's not a stranger, certainly not the CBS broadcast, but the man who'll be joining the NBA broadcast team, Rick Barry. And it's good to say, and good to say, have you back.
Where'd you come in from? Alaska? This is...
Well, it's a little chilly here. You fellas, you must be drinking something to keep warm or something. I don't know.
Well, I try. Gosh knows I try.
Well, I just hope the NBA is as exciting as the NFL has been this year. And you fellas have done a fine job covering it. I'm looking forward to the second half. Raiders got to get back into it.
Okay, Rick. Take care now, will you?
Good to see you. Ira Matthews comes rolling out for the kickoff as the Raiders behind by 6. Stopped by Anthony Dickerson. Pat Summerall with Tom Brookshire. Halftime statistics would indicate the score should be close.
Plunkett's 10 of 20. Danny White is 6 of 13. Dorsett had 73 yards rushing in the first half. And you know that missed extra point by Septien still hangs there, doesn't it? 2 field goals or a touchdown, and that margin would look rather strange. That 16-10 is not a very safe margin. Dallas has got to get it humming.
The 2 fullback operation now for Oakland, with Derek Jensen and Mark Van Egan behind Jim Plunkett. Nothing doing as Randy White stops Mark Van Egan after perhaps a yard. Nothing more than that, certainly.
Again, that is a tremendously large offensive line. And I don't think, from what I'm seeing today, that Shell and Upshaw are anywhere near going over the other side of the great beyond. That's been a very solid blocking unit.
Shell and Upshaw, the offensive left guard, left tackle. Upshaw in his 200th consecutive start for the Oakland Raiders. Shadows about halfway across the field now as Van Egan is again wrapped up by Randy White.
Randy White, who had 2 head slap calls in the first half. That time he really took Upshaw on and just shoved him out of the way. And I don't think any defensive lineman from the inside can dominate a football game or turn it around any better than number 54.
It'll be 3rd and 7 as Anthony Dickerson, Steve Wilson, and Randy Hughes check into the Dallas defense. Ira Matthews and Mark Van Egan will be the running backs or pass receivers, as the case might be for the Oakland Raiders. No penalty markers. Good protection for Plunkett, as now he struggles out, and now he's hit from behind by Harvey Martin. Fumbles, and Dallas has the football. Ed Jones.
And Harvey Martin just kept coming. Plunkett that time drifted out of the pocket. But you said the good blocking was there, Pat, and it was early. There's a twist up front. They're stunning. That's Larry Cole to the left. Randy White's down. Now Ed jumps up in front, and Harvey has him from behind. The ball comes out.
And Ed Jones makes the recovery. And Dallas has it 1st and 10 at the Oakland 20. They lead 16-10. Opening seconds of quarter number 3. Dorsett and Springs will be the running backs. Not sure what happened to Newhouse, but he hasn't been back since early in the game. Springs runs into Danny White. Rod Martin makes the tackle. Bob Nelson helped.
Maybe Newhouse will be back. That time Springs just probably ran the wrong route. Like, he hasn't had a chance to play a lot over an extended period of time since actually early in the year when he was the starter. But he is good straight ahead quickly.
Philly Joe Dupree goes out for Dallas, and Jay Saldi comes in. Maybe a yard, perhaps a half yard by Springs on that carry, and they get it 2nd and 9. Dorsett. No place to go. He dives for about 3 before the rookie Matt Millen makes the tackle.
Rod Martin, number 53, played the outside and sort of stopped the play at the point of attack, so it never got a chance to explode. I was talking to Butch Johnson before the game, and he was one of those that had the virus. He's coming in with the play now, but I tell you, he just looked awful. He said he never felt so bad. You know, when you get the flu, you almost would rather die, you know, if you feel so awful.
Timmy Newsom comes in, along with Butch Johnson. Dorsett goes out. Preston Pearson is back now with White in the shotgun. They look like they're perhaps not sure of what's going on. White has it batted away, and we'll see Septien. Willie Jones, who comes in on passing situations, the second-year man from Florida State, knocked it down.
Oh, he came in a hurry. That time the left side or the right side of the offensive line just couldn't handle it. Matusik ends up taking 2 people on. Cooper had 1 man, and nobody was there to take care of Willie Jones. He is active, isn't he?
Very quick. Waters at the 24, so we'll make it a 34-yard field goal by Rafael Septien. He hit one earlier from 52 yards out. He hits down and makes it Dallas 19, Oakland 10. 2 fumble recoveries by the Cowboys have helped set up 2 scoring drives. So with 11 minutes, 55 seconds left in quarter number 3 in Oakland, Dallas 19, Oakland 10.
I looked at Datsun 280ZX and Porsche 924 because I wanted a refined sports car. Then I looked at and drove this new Mazda RX-7, and that's all it took.
Just one look, that's all it took. Yeah, just one look, that's all it took.
The Mazda RX-7 keeps getting better. Even the mileage is 24% better than last year. And the more I looked, the more I liked the looks of its price.
The more you look, the more you like.
Introducing the revolutionary twin-action shaving system engineered to outperform twin blades. The new Norelco Rotattract Razor. Inside 3 floating heads, Rotattract works like twin blades to grip hair. Raise it up, then razor it off, hundreds of times a second, for a shave that's twin blade close, without a nick or cut. The new twin-action Norelco Rotattract Razor. Cord and rechargeable. Twin blade closeness, but no gotcha.
Wednesday, when Blue Flu strikes the department, Enos becomes a one-man police force.
Promise me it ain't something crazy. You got to that?
Enos, Wednesday night.
After the field goal by Septien, Dallas now leads 19-10 over Oakland. Ira Matthews takes the short kickoff and really takes it. Matthews can go. Inside the Dallas 40.
Dennis Thurman in on the tackle, maybe?
Septien getting up very slowly as he got under the pile.
You got to be careful of 43. Ira can really motor. He's never in too big a hurry, but he is a fearless return person. There's a flag on the field. Thurman makes a good play.
Matthews almost broke it, but again, a penalty marker down. And it's against Oakland. As the referee, Jerry Markbright, marks it off.
Personal foul, clipping number 90 on the run back. First down.
Number 90 is Willie Jones. It'll be first down Oakland at their own 29. Nullifying to a great degree that return by Matthews.
Let's see if Plunkett decides to run the ball a little bit, see if he can get a little momentum without throwing it on every play.
Branch comes out wide to the left, and Bob Chambers wide right. First and 10 Oakland at their own 29. Plunkett gives to Kenny King. King nudged out of bounds by Aaron Mitchell.
Again, the Raiders feel they must get outside some so that Plunkett can throw the ball later. You just start teeing it up and going back, dropping 8 or 9 yards back every play against the Cowboys, you'll end up having the fumble like just happened.
The last field goal by Rafael Septien, by the way, was 34 yards. He had hit one from 52 yards, his longest of his career in the first half. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Oakland.
You're thinking pass now.
Operating from their own 31 with just over 11 and a half minutes left in the third quarter. Plunkett with good protection this time. Here comes Harvey Martin. Pass deflected. Dallas had about 3 chances to intercept it. Penalty markers down everywhere.
Aaron Mitchell grabbed Cliff Branch and spun him around, and flags came out of all parts of the stadium. To the right of your screen now, you won't see it. Pretty good blocking. Ball was underthrown that time behind Ira Matthews. They caught Aaron Mitchell this time with his hand in the cookie jar.
They'll give Oakland a first down.
Holding number 34, defense, first down.
Defensive backs never admit anything.
Kansas City just about to put Denver out of the playoff picture. They lead 28-7 in the third quarter.
And Denver waits for Oakland in Denver next Sunday, doesn't it?
Where the Raiders always seem to have a very difficult time. First down, 10 at the 37 for Oakland. It is Ira Matthews. He operates to about the 40. Almost popped something as Bob Brunig made the tackle. The last time these two teams played was 1974. The only time, in fact. The last game of one George Blanda, who threw a touchdown pass in that game.
Gosh, he played forever.
Second and 7 at the 40. Plunkett again in a passing situation and operating out of the coolness of the Oakland Coliseum. Plunkett throws. Pass knocked down by Benny Barnes, intended for Ray Chester.
And that sun was coming right into Chester's eyes, but Benny Barnes made a daring move and a good play. Here's the quick drop by Plunkett. Boy, he's really kept that under control today. Good pass blocking. They were cutting people down on the line. That's just a good defensive play. Pat, a lot of people, at least the ones that saw the game when Washington played Dallas, thought they had good luck lining up with a tight end on the outside of Harvey Martin and running the left side, running at Randy White and Harvey Martin.
They went with double tight ends, in fact, and ran that way. Dallas still won the game, however. Plunkett, pressured, throws. Pass is caught by Matthews. A diving catch by Ira Matthews. Charlie Waters on the tackle. But Oakland moves into Dallas territory.
I told you, from the waist down, he's about a 210-pounder. Ira Matthews, as Randy White stunning, gets away from Upshaw, chases Plunkett, who makes a good throw under a lot of pressure. That's some catch. A young guy from Wisconsin can play football.
Whittington and King, there was some doubt about whether either one of them would be able to play, and Matthews stays in the game now, and Matthews has replaced them. And now the lone setback is Mark Van Egan. Plunkett 11 of 22. Number 23 coming. Branch going deep.
He can pump it up and still throw it a long way, and on a good level flight. Plunkett still has the big arm.
Kenny King, who was hurt and listed as very doubtful, has nevertheless made a contribution today.
Boy, Flores needs him, though. The outside speed.
Van Egan comes out. It'll be second and 10 from the 40. Derek Jensen is the Oakland fullback now.
That was Ira Matthews' first catch of the year. Seems to be getting better all the time, doesn't he, as he gets his sea legs.
He's in the backfield now with Derek Jensen. Matthews will be the ball carrier. Perhaps a couple. D.D. Lewis, one of the Dallas tacklers, along with Larry Cole.
But they need Kenny King. They need King in there. Matthews at 170 or so pounds is just not a big enough back to really break it in there. He looks like he's in a Little League uniform when he steps in that
He
huddle.
does, doesn't he? New Orleans Saints on their way to their first victory at Candlestick Park over in San Francisco, 35-14, third and 8 here.
This is their favorite passing formation.
Dallas faking blitz, and it's not a fake. Plunkett just fires high in the air. There, Mitchell, well, what a play he made. Intended for Morris Bradshaw, and Mitchell, as it should be done.
You know what he told me before the game? He said, I wish Kenny King was playing because I want to play against the best. I want to beat them if they're the best. Here comes the safety blitz out of this. They pick up Thurman. The ball is thrown. And watch Aaron Mitchell reach around and just slap it away.
Well, when you said pick it up, Ira Matthews picked Dennis Thurman all the way off the ground. There's the play by Mitchell.
Remember, he's already been flagged for holding, and he's fearless. He comes back and gives it another shot.
Ray Guy with his second punt of the day, and James Jones standing back at the 10-yard line for Dallas. Guy will try to hang this one high.
He's also a good passer.
He is their third quarterback. Does he ever root that one?
That's into the bag.
That's into the stands.
And I don't see the touchback. I think he caught the side of that, the angle. See where they're going to mark it.
Mark Wright says the 20. They did call touchback. Ray Guy missed, but he really put a foot into that one. So Dallas will take over at their own 20 with 9:04 left third quarter.
Welcome to Club Atari. What's your pleasure? Breakout? Ah, here's something new. Circus Atari.
Cartridges, video chess, football. Cartridge, sir? Fez is here.
We meet again, Fez.
Yes, a little game of Space Invaders, perhaps. What shall we play for?
For fun, of course.
No other company offers you as many different video game cartridges as Atari.
This man leads the good life. He puts on his bow tie, he puts on his tuxedo, and then he puts on his Accord LX, our most luxurious Honda, with features like variable assist power steering, digital clock, and air conditioning as standard, with plush seats and deep pile carpeting. So, for people who lead the good life, the car that leads the simple life.
Honda, we make it simple.
Alameda County Coliseum. It's the Dallas Cowboys 19-10 over the Raiders. Dallas with the football at their own 20 with just over 9 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Dorsett, and now Newhouse is back as his running mate. That's Dorsett. Dorsett first page, perhaps 5 yards. Some Super Sports Saturday coming up next week here on CBS. The Giants, the Redskins at RFK Stadium in Washington. The Mixed Team Golf Classic with some of the best in both the male and female categories. The World Junior Figure Skating Championship and the Great American Strut Race. That's all next Saturday. That's Super Sports Saturday on CBS. James Jones and Tony Newsom. That is Newsom. First down, Dallas.
Good looking run, too. He cut it back inside. Let the blocking pattern form for him before he turned it on. And he is a big one. He's 225. Look at this move right here. Picked up the good block by Fitzgerald. Everybody says they just finesse you, but I see a lot of people getting knocked down by the offensive line.
Burgess Owens finally made the tackle. Newsom, 6'1", 227, they say, from Winston-Salem State.
Boy, can this secondary play defense. This Oakland secondary is amazing.
Close to being the very best. Ron Springs, I believe that's Timmy Newsom again. Couple of yards.
The Eagles did not get a ball to Harold Carmichael till late in the third period when they played Oakland. They just put 2 guys on him and banged him every time he came off the line. And if you will notice, Drew Pearson and Tony Hill have been shut out so far. They have not had a ball.
It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 33 for Dallas. Annie White, the quarterback, and Dorsett, the lone setback at the moment. Double tight end set up as Salvi is on the left and Dupree is on the right. Dorsett shakes a couple, gets to the 40. Dwayne Osteen finally took him down.
There are just not many backs that make any yardage out of that play. That was well played by the big right linebacker over there, number 53.
Rod Martin.
Rod Martin. And only maybe a Dorsett or Kenny King when he is running well. Dorsett doesn't have to overdo to get speed. He seems to just sort of put it into a different gear and accelerate it.
3rd and 2. 6:20 left third quarter as Tony Hill comes right. Drew Pearson out wide to the left. Billy Joe Dupree again is wide open. And B.J. has another first down for Dallas. Burgess Owens on the tackle. But they're in Oakland territory at the 42.
Scott is having trouble getting up, number 68. Had 2 tight ends in there that time. Salty to the right. B.J. was to the left, number 89. He was really wide open. Ran about an 18-yard square out to the left, which will be to your right. Matusik puts on some heat. Falls right on. Danny White's throwing against the best intercepting secondary in football, and so far he's been very careful with it, hasn't he?
And hasn't had one picked off after having 12 in the last 4 games. First down, Dallas at the Oakland 42. The fake is to Dorsett. The throw is to Newhouse, who can't find a handle.
Looked like a bear down at the stream fishing for German brown trout or something. He just batted that one away. That thing was laid right in there, though, wasn't it? That's a good-looking series. They've run that play sort of twice today. This time they just broke the fullback out. Look at Newhouse.
Over on the Oakland bench, the veteran Gene Upshaw, starting his 200th game, or has already done that, accomplished that. 200 games in a row he has started today.
He received the Byron Whizzer White Award this past season, too, for the guy that most epitomizes what a professional football player should be in the community and all, you know.
He's done some job. Dallas going with the 3 wide receivers, but giving to Dorsett, and Dorsett inside the 35. Bob Nelson, tackler, helped by Reggie Kinlaw.
I saw the other day where Gale Sayers was a little critical of Dorsett, just by saying that he thinks once he gets hit hard, the next time he shies away a little bit. And that's really the one thing, even when he had the cracked ribs coming back with the flak jacket and all, and I've never seen him really get away from any kind of action. Used to fumble a little bit.
All he's asked for is to be able to carry the ball at least 20 times a game. And when he does that, Dallas usually wins. 3rd and 3 at the 35, White with protection. Intended for Saldi. No penalty marker is down. Saldi is really complaining.
Good play by Matt Millen, though, the big rookie from Penn State. Saldi's going to plead a case. It's going to be on very deaf ears. That Millen is something at 258 pounds playing linebacker. And, you know, he's the one that's relaying the defensive calls into the huddle. That's how much they trust the young man.
There was a debate momentarily on the Dallas bench about what it is we might do here, and now they have decided they're going for it instead of trying a field goal. They lead 19-10. Rather difficult to understand at the moment, but I'm sure Tom Landry has his reasons. Danny White. Saldi. Overthrown. Matt Millen back there with him, and Oakland will take over.
At the 35, if they'd punted the ball into the end zone, it would have come out to the 20, so you're gambling on that 15 yards. You're gambling that your defense can hold, too.
And based on recent week performance, that gamble would seem pretty safe. 19-10.
Christmas card was sent to you by the people at Miller High Life. Merry Christmas.
Next week, a Super Sports Saturday, the Giants battle the Redskins, followed by the Mixed Team Golf Classic and the Sports Spectacular with figure skating and the Great American Truck Race next Saturday on CBS Sports.
49ers making somewhat of a comeback behind Joe Montana. 35-21 now at Candlestick Park. Oakland football first down as Plunkett drops again. And fires. Wide open is Branch, and the ball went right through his hands.
That time, I think he heard Aaron Mitchell's footsteps. He was looking around to see where the very combative person is. Pretty good pass rush. They pick up Harvey Martin with a double. First shell and then upshot of the left. Take on number 79. This ball's thrown right on. He might have been hearing the sounds.
That is a ball that should have been caught.
Here's Harvey getting away from Shell, then runs into Upshaw. That's a tough block and bunch up front.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from Oakland at their own 35. Plunkett's day. Under heavy pressure all day. The handoff is to Kenny King. King is tripped up by Benny Barnes.
What a tackle. I'll tell you, every time King touches the ball and it's the right call, as an old defensive player, I almost jump out on the field because he looked like he's getting ready to break one.
Keep in mind, he's got a bad wheel, too.
Imagine all the running backs in Oklahoma. This guy was a fullback. They didn't give him the ball much. But you know he can block if he played fullback at Oklahoma. Just because Sims gets the ball more than he does doesn't mean he can't run.
There were Sims and many others. Here's Plunkett dropping. Protection holds up nicely this time. Plunkett looking for somebody and finally throws over the head.
Tell you, Jimmy Plunkett can take that offensive line out for a steak dinner. They held him out that time. He had 9 seconds to reload it.
It'll be 4th down and another look at one of the premier punters of all time.
Did you ever see Sammy Baugh's average, though? 51-something he did 2 years in a row. Sammy could really play, couldn't he?
He could do other things beside kick, I guess.
He could throw it a little bit, play defensive half.
Ray Guy back deep. James Jones standing back at the 20 for Dallas. And Guy. High kick. Jones waiting. Hit immediately and taken down by Morris Bradshaw. So Dallas will take over with 3:20 left in the 3rd quarter, and the Cowboys leading the Raiders 19-10.
Every year, millions of drivers suffer the agony of hillophobia. The fear of stopping on hills with a stick shift, with cars behind you, very close behind you. The only known cure, the ingenious hill holder clutch from Subaru. Now you don't have to go downhill until you want to. Subaru, inexpensive, and built to stay that way.
Mom, we got a present for you.
When you get home. Let's go.
You can install the Stanley do-it-yourself garage door opener in about 4 hours. Everything comes in the box. Just assemble it, put it up, and plug it in.
Surprise.
The Stanley do-it-yourself garage door opener. It's a very nice thing to do for somebody else.
You did it so fast.
We want to help you do things right.
This Christmas, open the door for someone you love. Give a Stanley garage door opener.
Tuesday, Michael Learned and John Houseman star in the television premiere of A Christmas Without Snow, a heartwarming story destined to become a family holiday classic. Tuesday night.
Pat Summerall with Tom Brookshire at the sold-out Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, where the Cowboys lead the Oakland Raiders 19-10. Dorsett and Newhouse will be the runners behind Danny White, and that's Newhouse. Raiders have it. Oakland has the football.
And Newhouse is probably the most dependable running back that Dallas has ever had for not fumbling the ball. But there's been a lot of action there. Dwayne Austin came up with it, the safety man. Some big turnover, and you can't play with a fused bomb. Oakland can score very quickly. He just flat knocked it right out of there. Mike Davis, the young safety man, just stuck it to him.
So the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at the Dallas 16. Newhouse had not fumbled in 84 consecutive carries. Ira Matthews and Mark Van Egan. And this is Matthews inside the 15 to about the 12.
And the little booger put his head down and got some yardage, too. He didn't quit when the big fellas threw the arms on him.
Brunig for Dallas, the tackler.
Big play, though, to get 5 yards out of the carry by the person that was in there maybe to catch the ball. Advantage Oakland.
Kenny King replaces Matthews. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 as Charlie Waters looks into the Dallas secondary and calls the signals. Plunkett does the same on the other side. Plunkett might take off and does take off. Plunkett from behind, smothered by Ed Too Tall Jones.
Plunkett is doing a great job of, he's moving a little bit in the pocket and keeping it moving and then just putting it away at the right time. He has done a tremendous job against a big rush by Dallas on all sides. Harvey Martin had him by the foot, starts to load it up and throw it, and now he runs with it. And watch number 72. Lights out.
Ed Jones from behind. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Just outside the 10.
Look out for Raymond Chester. The tight end lines up on the left side.
And the 2 wide receivers go to the right. Branch and Chandler. 3rd and 5 as Plunkett drops. Chester going across midfield. He is smothered by John Dutton. Now let's go to Brent Musburger and the NFL Today.
Pat, here's the play that puts Seattle ahead of the Giants. Jim Jodat just breaks the plane. And for the first time, the Seahawks lead the Giants after the extra point, and maybe Seattle will finally win a game at home. Now let's send you back to Pat Summerall.
Big play by Dutton.
Dallas 19, Oakland 10. Big play by John Dutton, and Chris Bahr will come on now. The 3rd sack of Plunkett. Bob Chandler will hold Bahr from 38 yards out.
Chandler has to actually tilt that ball after he gets it down.
High enough and far enough and good enough. 19-13. And that extra point that Dallas missed continues to loom very large. Bahr back on track after an off week last week and under a lot of pressure here in Oakland all this week.
It was Mercedes-Benz that produced the world's first production diesel car. The first 5-cylinder diesel car. This 200-mile-per-hour diesel car. The first turbocharged diesel car. And the world's only 3,000-mile-per-gallon diesel vehicle. For 1981, only Mercedes-Benz can apply all that expertise to these diesel cars. Mercedes-Benz, the pioneer in diesels for 45 years.
Hatfield's gas pipes were leaking half our gas, but the town couldn't afford a contractor to fix them.
See if you can break it out.
So when Bill Sanders of Phillips showed us gas pipe made of their plastic and how to install it ourselves, we were in hog heaven. With some willing hands and some expert advice from Phillips, now Hatfield, Arkansas is really cooking. And that new pipe paid for itself in a year.
Phillips Petroleum. Good things for cars and the people who drive them.
Bahr will kick off. James Jones back deep for Dallas with Steve Wilson and Timmy Newsom.
Tell you, Oakland's hot right now. They've got it up.
Good kick by Bahr. Long time up in the air. Jones out to the 25. Stopped by Willie Jones.
This defensive series will really tell you if Oakland is ready to get it going in the 4th period. They're going to pound on some people now and see if they can make it happen with the turnovers again. That's how Dallas did such a good job in getting the scoreboard to start with. I think Oakland thinks they're not only back in the game, I think they can win it.
Well, of course, they're very much aware of the fact that San Diego has been overwhelmed already by Washington. Dallas knows that the Eagles have lost. They're also aware of the fact that the Rams have lost. Timmy Newsom with Dorsett. And this is Tony. Nothing doing. Wow. Matt Millen and Bob Nelson deep in the Dallas backfield immediately.
And Matt Millen's having words with L.J. Dupre, and I'll tell you, Millen will not even move from anybody. They said he doesn't even have a locker here yet. The old guys are still treating him like one of the rookies of perhaps 20 years ago. Some play by Ian Nelson.
All he has is a rusty nail.
They said he just hangs his clothes up next to a cardboard box.
Even the Seagulls have moved into the stadium here in Oakland now. It'll be 2nd and 14. And Oakland, as you said, starting to pick up the steam a little bit. Double tight ends for Dallas. Saldi on the left and Dupre on the right. One setback. Danny White's going to throw, looking to set up the screen, and does in the middle to Dorsett. Dorsett shy of a first down, but outside the 30 to about the 31, perhaps a little breathing room.
Good recovery by the Raiders defense. Watch this, because it's the center screen. They all get back into it.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Dallas 19, Oakland 13. We now pause for a word from your local station.
Thursday, December 11th, the special 2-hour premiere of Magnum P.I. Even with Hawaii as a playground, Magnum's idea of fun is danger. A special 2-hour premiere, December 11th.
This is CBS.
Channel 4 News at 5. A bright, fresh look at the day's news with Dick Johnson and Marlene McClinton. Two experienced reporters who team up with weatherman Gary Basner and sports reporter Knox Nunley for the latest breaking news, weather, and sports stories every weekday afternoon at 5. Marlene McClinton and Dick Johnson. Channel 4's first look at the news of the day, along with timely tips designed to help you. Channel 4 News at 5 with Dick Johnson and Marlene McClinton. Don't miss them.
It takes a special talent to put something all together and get it just right. And that's what Old Milwaukee did. We got the taste of light beer right. We got it. We gave Old Milwaukee Light the real beer taste you've been missing in other lights and kept it less filling. We got it right. So now you can have your light beer and taste it too. We got it right. We got it right. Old Milwaukee got light right.
Stop the disease nobody knows.
One more quarter to go in Oakland. It is Dallas 19, Oakland 13. A very cool day now as the sun is starting to disappear.
And Tony Hill and Drew Pearson still do not have a catch, the outside receivers.
They both come wide to the left now on 3rd down for Dallas and 4 at their own 31. Danny White drops back into shotgun. Preston Pearson comes out of the backfield. White on the shovel pass. Preston picks it off in midair, and he is near a first down.
It bounced off Scott, the guard who was pulling in front of him on the shuttle. The last time I remember seeing that, I think Roger hit Pearson against the Rams in a playoff game with that for a touchdown.
And Houston did it this year. From a fake field goal formation, that shovel pass like that. Pearson got the rebound and got near a first down.
He's a basketball player from Illinois. I guess getting the rebound isn't unusual at that.
And now they're going to move the sticks, and he did get a first down.
A deflected pass completed. First down.
It didn't hit Scott then until it hit Pearson, right?
Must not have. Or else he got a hand on it before it hit Scott. Billy Joe Dupree to the left. Double tight ends again for Dallas. That's Dorsett. And that's not much. It's Dwayne Osteen and several others. Rod Martin among those make the tackle.
It's just about even on the number of offensive plays run, too, by each team. At first, remember, it was very much one-sided on time of possession early in that game, but now it's beginning to even out. And if Dallas doesn't get a long drive going and get some points, this game's not only going to get close, but out of hand.
Kansas City in the fourth quarter with 28 points in the second quarter still leads Denver 28-14. That could be lights out for Denver. Possibilities are pretty dim anyway. Here's White. And there's your wide receiver, Drew Pearson, with his first catch, stopped by Lester Hayes. Not a first down.
Drew just came inside and hooked and died there. That was his 35th catch of the year. But he even paid for that. Let's see how the blocking looked. Linebackers were coming. Picked up well by Rafferty on the right. Tell you, that Oakland secondary, it's mayhem.
3rd and short. Perhaps a little bit less than a yard at the 45-yard line. 3 tight ends. Cosby joins the other 2. Here comes Saldi in motion. Lines up on the left side. Comes back into block on a play they've used quite often. They may not have it. That's Ron Springs straight ahead. That's going to be close as Matuzek.
His helmet made it, but the ball may not have made it.
They're going to measure, and it's going to be close.
It makes me wonder why on the 4th down and 3 or 4 that Tom Landry and company went for that play and didn't try a field goal from about 52 by Septien earlier. Going to go for it now.
I don't think so. They send Danny White back deep. 4th and short. They lead by 6, 19-13, with 13 minutes, 5 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Dallas has about a 3-minute edge in time of possession. That was some defensive series for Oakland.
Ira Matthews back deep for Oakland. Danny White will punt for Dallas. Good, strong kick by White. Bouncing, and down at the 2-yard line by Benny Barnes.
And Oakland tried to block it, and 2 players almost got the ball. It was the best kick Danny's probably had all year.
A 54-yard punt by Danny White, and Oakland will have it 1st and 10 at their own 2 as Benny Barnes streaks down to down it. 19-13 Dallas.
This ranch doesn't run without horses, and the horses don't run without you. But when you've hammered out a day's work, you meet up with Miller Time.
When it's time to relax.
Time for the best tasting beer you can find.
One beer stands clear.
Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer.
The 1981 Honda Prelude is a pleasure to look at in many different ways. You can look at it as a sporty car with front-wheel drive and sleek, racy looks. You can look at it as a comfortable car with a luxurious interior and power steering that comes with the optional automatic. You can look at it as an economy car. After all, it is a Honda. But then again, you can look at it like this.
Honda, we make it simple.
The skill positions, here's how it paid off. Lester Hayes almost blocked that. Watch Benny Barnes run around the blocker, Ira Matthews, and there's the ball. That's some play.
2 fullbacks now for Oakland. Van Egan gets the carry and is smothered after about a yard. He is in there with Derek Jensen. The speed men for Oakland, both hurting, with the exception of Ira Matthews. Kenny King and Arthur Whittington, both with bad ankles and bad knees.
Just keep one thing in mind, though. This team can throw the ball. They can go 90 yards in very short time. And the one thing that Dallas has given up is big plays this year.
2nd and 9 for Oakland. Their own 3. They trail by 6. Van Egan again. Hit by Benny Barnes first. But a little bit more breathing room as Van Egan, the durable, tough fullback. Dutton with the help. It was Tony Dorsett getting a little work with his name.
He's got 91 yards going. They're going to have to sew him back together there. Just the shirt.
3rd down and 4 at about the 8.
All of our shirts used to be stitched, didn't they?
Blowout patches in most of them. Here's Kenny King, tripped up by Charlie Waters. Mike Hegman helped out.
It's a good thing.
Oakland will have to kick.
Good thing they got the foot. He was coming through a hole, and it looks like it's going to open up. He is a scary runner. Watch 41 come into your picture, and they just get enough to get King down.
So Oakland's Ray Guy will drop back into his own end zone. Too Tall Jones comes off limping just a little bit. James Jones back deep for Dallas, standing at the 45, and he's going to have to back up a little bit if Ray Guy catches it. He didn't really. He will field at the 50, and Jones gets to about the 44, where Dallas will take over. 41-yard kick by Ray Guy. Monty Soletto, the first man down for Oakland, and Dallas takes over with 10:27 left on the game clock, leading by 6.
You're looking at a revolutionary GTE Sylvania street light bulb that uses 10% less energy than the bulb it replaces. But the truly amazing part is it gives more light, an almost unbelievable 80% more light. Imagine using 10% less energy and getting 80% more light. Gee. No, GTE.
I'm Joe Duncan, State Farm agent, Cincinnati, Ohio, speaking for thousands of State Farm agents around the country. You know, there are a lot of reasons why people come to State Farm agents and stick with State Farm agents year after year. I think one of the big reasons is service. State Farm built its reputation on service. People expect it, they are paying for it, and we deliver.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Seagulls have moved in, so they get a better view of this sellout crowd and the contest between Dallas and Oakland. 10:27 left to play. The Cowboys up 19-13. Jones and Newsom, the running back. Pearson goes in motion. On first down, Danny White will throw. If he has time, and he does. And Drew Pearson stands. Alone with the football inside the 30 at the 28. Bob Nelson and Lester Hayes made the tackle.
The three-man rush was completely handled on the line of scrimmage, stacked up, and Danny White had all day, and that's just about how long it took to decide. Here's Gil Brandt, sidelines. He's in charge of player personnel. Watch this. Now he moves over and he spots Drew sitting there. Everybody else has gone deep. Drew thinks he should step out of bounds. Now he decides to turn it upfield. And watch how these fellas tackle.
Sort of twisted him backwards. Tom Landry checking out things with his staff upstairs. Ermal Allen, Danny Reeves and his group. Danny White rolling. Ducked under one. Can't duck under Dave Browning, who comes over to knock him down from behind.
Matusik made a great play in containing it from the outside. On that 34 that way, he actually lines up right on the tackle's nose, and 72 got out there. Didn't quite make the tackle, but along came Browning. Talk about the automatic rifle. Danny gets away from Matusik. There's Browning. They are physical.
Loss of 2, make it 2nd and 12 at the 30. Preston Pearson in the game. Butch Johnson also. Johnson comes over to the left. As White goes back in the shotgun. Bob Shaw to center. Hendricks on the blitz. The throw is out to Preston. Right there is Willie Jones. Nothing doing. How about a loss of 3 more? Back out to the 35.
The Oakland defense is digging in, and your man from Florida there can put a pass rush on. He's quick. He went out and covered in the flat and made a great tackle. From the shotgun, on 2nd and a bunch, this is thrown quickly. Tell you that Browning makes some moves.
Willie Jones takes Preston Pearson out of bounds, and it'll be 3rd and 17 back at the 35, and they might just be out of Septien's range again. If they don't get some this time, shotgun formation. Danny White surveying the Oakland defense.
They are up there on the line, except for one safety.
Cedric Hardman with a big rush. Pass thrown downfield, intended for Jay Saldi, who again fell down. And again looks for some kind of an interference call that's not coming. Mike Davis back there with him.
Mike Davis played it perfectly. Actually, Saldi sort of ran into him. Here's the blocking up front. You can see that it's adequate. Ball's thrown, and Saldi goes down again. At Oakland secondary, they can cover you.
And they elect not to try with Septien again. This would be from the same place he hit one as they'd chosen to try a field goal from 52 yards out. Danny White is back in punt formation. Angling high and for the sideline again, and Benny Barnes is down there again. And again, Dallas will down inside the 5. At about the 3-yard line, Oakland will take over.
That's 14 of them now inside the 20, and that's a real nail.
They say touch it at the 6.
Introducing the new World Car, Ford Escort, with better ideas from around the world at your fingertips. Road-hugging 4-wheel independent suspension, front-wheel drive, precise rack and pinion steering, stabilizer bar for tight turns, new power-efficient engine for easy freeway cruising, and higher gas mileage ratings than Rabbit, Accord, Corolla hatchback. Ford Escort, built in America to take on the world.
You still catch tuna the old way with strong pulls and strong arms. But now comes Miller time.
When it's time to relax.
Time for the best tasting beer you can find.
One beer stands clear.
America's quality beer, Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller beer.
8:34 left to play in Oakland. 31-14, Kansas City over Denver.
Plunkett is 11 of 26 for 116 yards. And he's been sacked 3 times.
Plunkett looking and throwing. He has Cliff Branch. And the Raiders have some room. Dennis Thurman makes the tackle.
It's a good thing Thurman was there because Benny Barnes had already made contact and was falling off. And Branch can really break it open very quickly. The quick post maneuver. He'll come from the left side of your screen. Plunkett standing in the end zone. A little bit of a rush from the offside. Ball's right in between. And if Thurman wasn't there, he would have gone.
Bob Chandler comes to the bottom of your picture. The right side of Plunkett. With Branch out to the left. Plunkett will throw again. And goes out to Derek Jensen. Mike Hegman out there with a good open field tackle on Jensen.
Just keep in mind that the extra point that hit the crossbar makes it a 19-13 game. That's 6 points. Obviously, Derek was not the intended receiver of this play. Good coverage by the Dallas secondary.
It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 31. Ira Matthews goes in with Derek Jensen. Jensen comes out. I beg your pardon. It's Van Egan back there with Matthews. Clock running, just over 7 minutes left to play. Plunkett with time. Now fires. Incomplete. Aaron Mitchell hit the intended receiver, Cliff Branch, and knocked it loose.
And Branch had the ball and was just getting ready to put it away. And Mitchell just blew it out of there. Plunkett had a lot of time to throw this time. The offensive line's doing a pretty good job. This ball is just getting ready to be put away, and here comes Mitchell.
Raymond Chester comes out. Branch and Chandler both split wide to the right. Derek Ramsey is the tight end to the left side. 3rd down and 7, and Dallas puts on the heat. Plunkett looks at Ramsey, can't find him. Under heavy pressure, Randy Hughes back with Ramsey. Here's the Dallas rush.
And that time Plunkett did not get his feet set. They send everybody. They got 2 safety men coming. Barnes came from one side, Thurman from the other. That time, Jimmy Plunkett just didn't get his feet settled. He just overthrew the receiver.
So Ray Guy, counting how many people he has in the huddle with him. His season average 43.6. His game average a little less than that. The Raiders, of course, aware of the fact that San Diego has already lost, and they, at the moment at least, own first place in the AFC West. If they lose to Dallas, they'll be in a first-place tie. And Dallas will be in the first-place tie. And Guy puts it on this one. Otis McKinney, whom the Raiders got from the Giants. The first man down, a 54-yard kick by Ray Guy.
How important is the kicking game and the coverage and all? Well, you're seeing a great example of it this afternoon. There's McKinney. Those Colorado guys can really tackle, can't they?
All of them I know can. Ernie Sutner.
Here's another Radio Shack Christmas gift idea. Soft, cuddly animals with a surprise inside. A radio. What a delightful gift. There's a raccoon, comic cat, brown spaniel, Pekingese, cuddly cat, and country mouse. It's a musical menagerie for kids and teens alike. The gift-priced, petable, portable radios. Only at Radio Shack, your Christmas electronics store.
I'm not very good at this, but here.
It's the thrill that you feel when your dreams become real. It's the look in her eyes when she's caught by surprise. Like the moment you met that you'll never forget.
Christmas is over.
When you give diamonds, you get so much in return.
Oh, honey.
Make the magic last forever.
Upstairs to Dallas are Dan Reeves and Ermal Allen, Jerry Tubbs.
Dallas has got to get first down yardage, Pat. They got to stop doing third and long.
6:45 left. Dorsett has got nothing this time. Rod Martin made the immediate tackle. Let's go to Brent Musburger now. NFL Today.
At 14-13, Seattle with the lead, and the New York Giants with the ball at midfield. Scott Bruner, the rookie from Delaware, pulls out. Here goes Ernest Gray. The defensive back is turned around, and the Giants have slipped back into the lead. 20-14. Let's send you back to Pat Summerall.
In the meantime, down in Oakland, it's Dallas 19. Oakland 13, but Oakland surging at the moment. 2nd and 14 at the 12.
And they're looking for a turnover. The Raiders are on defense.
Salvi in motion. Rod Martin again, the tackle. Matt Millen helped out. Dallas trying to find some rooms. Dorsett couldn't find any. And now Oakland comes in with Cedric Hardman, Campbell, and their prevent type defense.
3rd and long again. 3rd and long.
Dallas sends in their passing group. Pearson, Preston, Butch Johnson, along with the regular one. Drew Pearson and Billy Joe Dupree to the left. And they go shotgun. Dangerous time now. You're thinking about what happens to Dallas. Up the middle to Butch Johnson, and Butch has a Dallas first down, a fumble. Oakland may have it. The football is loose. Whoa. Rod Martin is really upset. It's a Dallas first down.
Butch Johnson must have hit the ground and caused the fumble. Well, that ball came out. And it looked to me like Black and Silver was on top of it. Here it is from the shotgun. For a fellow that has the flu, Butch runs a good route. Just did get it. I think it came out when he hit the ground. I believe when he hit right on the lines when the ball came out.
If you hit the ground as a result of contact, the ground cannot cause the fumble. Handoff, nothing doing as Newsom is overwhelmed as soon as he takes the handoff by Dave Browning.
Let's see what happened. Donovan against Browning. Let's see to the right part of your screen. He took the inside and got away with it, and Donovan just didn't cut him off. They're gambling now, but they have to.
Watch how quickly number 73 appears.
You take the inside. It's sometimes like fooling with the bull. You'll get the horn, but right now you're in a desperate situation.
At the 26, 2nd and 14, the pitch is back to Dorsett. And there's no place for number 33 to go as Ted Hendricks. And that Oakland defense is really swarming now.
Notice how they keep Hendricks out of any replays and all. Everybody plans for their offense to do something away from 83. He's got tremendous reaction, tremendous size, and he knows how to play football.
Not only knows, he does. Great year he's had. He won the Gorman Award, by the way, this year, which is presented by the Raiders to the player that best exemplifies the pride and spirit of the Raiders, and it's voted by your teammates. That's the most authentic vote. Shotgun time, and look out, here comes Hendricks again. Pearson, taken down by Ron Martin. Hendricks forced White to really get rid of it in a hurry.
Martin out of Southern California. That's some tackle. It looked to me like Pearson had a yard or so to go right around him on the outside. How did the linebacker make the tackle?
Like he might have fallen on a camera on the far side of the field. There comes Hendricks.
Looks like he's going to be able to get to the sidelines. That is just a great open field tackle by a linebacker.
And Danny White. There's Rod Martin coming off now. Who just made that open field tackle. In a textbook style, here's Danny White standing back now at his own 15-yard line.
Both benches, by the way, the players are all on the sidelines. No one is sitting on the bench on either side.
Some discussion now about perhaps another football. Danny White standing back, will punt from about his own 15. Landry, Tom Landry, and Mike Ditka both involved in some discussion.
Clock is running.
Ira Matthews standing back at his own 30-yard line. Clock running at 2:15 left, third quarter. Danny White, another good kick. Matthews signals fair catch at the 24-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will take over.
Now in 11 seconds, Jim Plunkett and the offense will get a 2-minute warning timeout.
Next Saturday at noon Eastern time, we'll be in RFK Stadium in Washington, where the Giants will face the Redskins.
Young Scott Brunner is going to be an exciting young quarterback to watch, isn't he?
Appears to have been able to throw the ball pretty well today against Seattle. And Sunday, the Saints and the Jets, the Cardinals, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Falcons, and the Buccaneers against the Lions. Plunkett will throw on first down, you would expect. Pass is intended for tight end Raymond Chester. And he can't quite find a handle.
Jimmy just loaded it up. Plunkett has the style of coming straight over the top, like Jim Palmer throwing a fastball. And it really only has one trajectory, right from the top, right to the receiver. That time he just loaded it up, and even these receivers can't catch that one.
2:05 left to play in the football game. 2-minute warning in 5 seconds, and Oakland has all 3 of their timeouts left. Chandler and Branch both wide to the right.
Larry Cole is in there to get a little bit of a pass rush.
In between Too Tall Jones and Randy White, whose socks have wilted now. Plunkett has Chandler. He has a complete pass as well. And now we'll get the 2-minute warning. Steve Wilson was the defender for Dallas, but Oakland has the football with 1:59 left to play. They trail by 6. Dallas ahead 19-13.
Introducing a small wonder, the new Toyota Starlet. Born small to solve big problems. Born small to deliver more miles per gallon of gas than any other car, and designed to help beat higher maintenance costs. The very new Toyota Starlet, born small. In fact, it just may be the first small wonder of the world.
Oh, what a feeling.
Starlet.
Toyota.
Let me tell you something about blue jeans. You get in a jam up here and you got real problems. That's why I always go for the best tools, like this saw and my Levi's blue jeans. You see, tree bark will chew through most anything, but these jeans bite right back. And Levi's blue jeans got a fit that's made for work, and that's real important when the changing room's 200 feet down.
The fur is flying on the line of scrimmage. Larry Cole gets dumped. They put Harvey Martin in a bag. Randy White was straightened up. Tough block on the line of scrimmage and a good throw and catch.
There we are. It is getting cold up here. You're right.
It is. Maybe Rick Barry was right to wear
that big coat.
That live bear with him.
First and 10 at the 38. Plunkett dropped. And again, the protection is adequate for a moment at least. Chandler has it. Chased by Wilson. The Raiders move to the Dallas 35.
Good throw by Plunkett and a great blocking job. They kept the pocket solid even though they got some penetration. And Chandler ran a 6 all the way across the field. This team can come back quickly. Watch the blocking. There's some penetration, but they hold together, and Plunkett makes a good throw. And Chandler can play with anybody.
A 32-yard pickup puts Oakland at the Dallas 30. Forget about field goals. Think about touchdown. Chandler's caught 5 balls for 80 yards. Plunkett again drops and throws high in the end zone. Picked off. Spectacular catch by Aaron Mitchell in the end zone. What a catch. Pass intended for Branch, and Aaron Mitchell comes from nowhere to make the interception.
He's made about 3 of those come from nowhere knock away. He's had the flag dropped on him, but this is one of the great interceptions you'll see. The safety blitz, they came from everywhere. I saw Charlie Waters in there that time. Watch this play. And that was on Cliff Branch, who can run just a lot.
Here comes the blitz from Dallas.
Thurman, Barnes, Waters from the outside, and Plunkett's throw was on target.
Aaron Mitchell came up with a great interception, and Dallas will take over at the 20. But keep in mind that Oakland still has all 3 timeouts remaining. They can stop this clock. Come firing back again. That's Newhouse. And now they do stop the clock as Hendricks takes the timeout. Oakland now has 2 left. The Saints 35. The 49ers 28 at Candlestick. That Super Saturday coming up next Saturday here on CBS. 2nd and 9 here at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. We'll be in Washington for the Redskins and the Giants. Then there will be the Great American Truck Race, World Junior Figure Skating Championship.
Yep, the Great American Truck Race. That's got to be those big over-the-road jobs, huh?
On the road again. Ted Hendricks strolling over to the side to talk with defensive coordinator Charlie Sumner.
The Oakland defense has played extremely well and tough in the second half. They have just given Dallas not very much at all.
Remaining, Oakland will be at Denver next week. They finish against the New York Giants in New York. Dallas at Los Angeles next Monday night. And then the Eagles come to Dallas. Here's Tony Dorsett behind Herbert Scott. Nothing doing. Mike Davis came up, and again the Raiders will take a timeout. Not over yet.
Good defensive play over there. Is there a flag down? I see a player's on the ground.
Penalty marker down.
Is that Lester Hayes slow getting up?
It is Lester Hayes. Super player he is. You know, we did that Sun Bowl game when they played the University of Florida. There's Tom Flores. I saw him quarterback the Raiders at the Polo Grounds in 1960.
He and Art Powell.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, late hit on number 36, defense. First down.
36 is Mike Davis. Clock is stopped at minute 33. Let's see if we can find that late hit.
All right, Hendricks makes the contact. Actually, Hayes came. He ducked his helmet down and tried to spear him. That's the reason he got the flag. You got to keep that helmet from digging into somebody that's on the ground.
Seattle 21, the Giants 20. Fourth quarter up in Seattle. First down, Dallas. They give this time to Springs, and Springs fires straight ahead. Reggie Kinlaw led the defense.
First down, Dallas hasn't been able to get much going at all.
Oakland calls another timeout, and now they have one left.
White is now 14 of 27 for about 160 yards. He's been careful, though, with the INT, hasn't he?
Very. As if somebody spoke to him about that.
Tony Hill, who hasn't caught a ball, is still involved. I see him there with Danny. Interesting article when somebody interviewed Alicia Landry about her life with Tom, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I said she had some nice things to say about it, and Tom said, well, I still got her fooled after all these years.
Tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes, followed by Archie Bunker's Place. One day at a time. And then on Alice,
oh boy,
Mel has a change of heart.
Better.
But it's more than the heart can stand. The Jeffersons and Trapper John M.D. all tonight here on CBS. And of course, after this game is over, we'll spin you back to New York. Brent Musburger for the scores and highlights of what took place today. A lot of answers. Dorsett gets away from one, is hit by two. Burgess Owens, who's played really well. They got him from the Jets.
And I mean, it was good contact. Burgess really filled this hole. Dorsett almost broke this play. He beats Hendricks to the outside. Burgess made a good solid tackle. Dorsett's got 94 yards now on 25 carries. That's a day's work.
That's the kind of work that he asked for. It has gotten very cold in Oakland now. The final score, Kansas City 31, Denver 14. Kansas City ups its record to 7-7. And Denver slips to 7-7, and playoff hopes go away for them.
Biggest hope that Oakland has right now, of course, it's third and just long enough it's going to force a decision to be made by the people you saw on the sidelines. But you can see Oakland has zip in the way of timeouts. There's only 1:19 on the clock.
It's 3rd and 4 for Dallas at the 43. Their own 43. And first down here would get the job done. Otherwise, they will have to kick it, and Oakland will have another chance. Saldi, flank to the left, starts back in motion. Oakland almost jumped off sides, but they didn't. Danny White chased by Hendricks. Knocked down, but a penalty marker down way downfield as Doug Cosby is down conferring with the officials.
Cosby and number 35 seem to run together. That's Dwayne Austin, the safety man. That was some sack by Hendricks. He has such agility, doesn't he, for a person 6'7".
Jerry Markbright.
There was no foul. No foul.
The flag just fell out of somebody's pocket.
Inadvertent flag.
Almost offsides by Millen. He gets back. Linebacker's fired. And I'll tell you, Hendricks, you just don't get away from him.
And Danny White on 4th and 19 will now have to punt. What a job he's done punting today. The Dallas offensive unit has struggled a bit against this fine Oakland defense, but White has kept them very, particularly here in the second half with his fine punting.
They almost
a bad snap. White gets off a fairly decent kick. Taken by Matthews. Chase and out of bounds. Does Aaron Matthews get? at the 43-yard line, but the Raiders, with 35 seconds left to play, have no timeouts.
Well, they can use the sidelines and waste a few passes if they get it going. But keep in mind, they've got the dangerous receivers at the skill positions. Nobody more dangerous right now than Cliff Branch or Chandler. And don't forget Raymond Chester.
And don't forget Matthews coming out of the backfield either. The Giants or Redskins next Saturday, 12 noon here on CBS.
Dallas is going with a prevent, the three-man rush, which is Randy White at the nose, Ed Too Tall Jones, and Harvey Martin up front.
Randy Hughes back deep with Charlie Waters. Here's Plunkett, and Plunkett has time. Pass is complete to Matthews, and he struggles out of bounds. 28 seconds left on the game clock. Aaron Mitchell chasing.
Good defense, though. 4 or 5 yard reception here will not burn you. And you're right, Aaron Mitchell was in it again. Ira was saying maybe he was hit when he was out of bounds. He's gone into both benches on the last 2 plays.
I think he likes the one on this side a little bit better.
Pretty good rush by the 2 defensive ends on this one, out of a 3-man rush.
Line of scrimmage at the 48-yard line in Oakland territory. Plunkett 16 out of 35, the 1 touchdown to Chester. He drops again. A lot of time. He's going deep for Branch. Waters the interception. Charlie Waters picked it off at the 10. And now he runs out of bounds.
That's the 5th interception for Charlie Waters this year. That time Plunkett just loaded it up and tried to throw it over the defense. A crossing pattern would have probably been even safer than this one. I didn't think Cliff Branch even looked up for the ball until it was almost too late. Underthrown.
So Charlie Waters picks it off for Dallas. And for whatever reasons, he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock with 16 seconds left to play.
Why in the world would he run out of bounds? Well, I understand why you would run out of bounds. I would too, but if he just goes back to the inside of the field and makes a couple of good moves, the game's over.
Maybe he had on his mind that he might fumble.
Or that brace on his knee.
Right. All they have to do now is just do what they call the chicken kneel in some places.
The flop play.
Bob Stinner produced. Again so well. Sandy Grossman the picture. Our director. Again so well. Thank you, Ray, and thank you, Brooks. Dallas moves into a first-place tie with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Who have now lost 2 straight games.
And both now have records of 11-3. San Diego lost earlier, and Oakland loses as Tom Landry strolls off. So they are tied for first place in the AFC's Western Division with records of 9-5.
And of course, Dallas plays Los Angeles, and Ferragamo's out.
Should be interesting. From the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, then, for Tom Brookshire, this is Pat Summerall saying so long. Now, Brack Dement Pressburger.